New allegations against Sean Diddy Combs, and these are some of the most horrific yet.
If I do come up missing, all the calls I've been getting have been about him.
And look at her 14 going on 15 years old.
For the drugging and sexual assault of a 10-year-old boy when he met defendant Sean Combs for an audition.
Jay-Z is furious with Ganal for saying that powerful people have chosen him as the next target to be taken down.
The people in power had gave that ring to Diddy, and Jay was next in line. Diddy used to hate Jay-Z. He hated Jay-Z enough when he was trying to get Ja Rule to go at Jay-Z.
You heard it right. Janan Deal just spilled that Diddy used to totally hate Jay-Z. So how did they become such close friends? Jaguar Wright believes it might have been Diddy's plan all along to get close, gather secrets, and eventually bring Jay down.
Will Diddy start snitching?
He better. But the only thing I'm interested in him talking about is everything he knows about Kathy Coriana White. See, I know you know what happened to Corey. Diddy, I know that. You and Jay-Z down in Vegas at Tao with Claudia. Why don't you just talk about Kathy? That might help. That might help a lot. Kathy Coriana White, Jay-Z's pregnant mistress, who died 24 hours after she announced that she was going public with their relationship and the baby, while he was married to Beyoncé. Does it an aneurysm, Diddy? Or are you the one who paid the same coroner that you... Oh, Diddy, you should talk.
Do you feel the federal government will probably speak to Jay-Z in regards?
They already have.
Oh.
They talked to him before he made that Super Bowl announcement. Isn't that interesting? He was questioned by the feds before he made the Super Bowl announcement.
Here's the twist. Jay-Z was a regular at Diddy's parties, where it's rumored Diddy secretly recorded his guests. For years, people have speculated that Jay-Z attended these freak-offs, and now there might be proof. About a month ago, reports surfaced about an A-list celebrity from Virginia being secretly filmed at one of Diddy's parties. According to the New York Post, this celebrity is terrified the footage might go public, and sources say media outlets are already bidding for the video. An attorney for one of Diddy's accusers even confirmed that major news networks are in a bidding war for the tape. In response to all this, Diddy's mother defended him, saying he's not the monster people are making him out to be. Meanwhile, Ariel Mitchell, a lawyer for one of Diddy's accusers, shared that the person with the video is trying to sell it to the celebrity involved.
Also was just recently contacted by someone who wanted me to essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes. So, which I declined that because...
Wait a minute, say that again. Say that again, back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes.
Yes.
The shopping thing is...
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of, and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became a public knowledge.
I've heard this before, so like a catch and kill.
Catch and kill, correct.
Wow, can you, and I guess you can't reveal the person who is on
No, I can't explain who the person was, but
High profile?
Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
Really? Really? And you've seen it?
I've seen stills of the video.
Okay.
So
you can verify
that it exists, that it's real, that the other person in the video is very visible. It's no question if it's that person in the video, and I can tell the video is pornographic in nature.
Oh my, all right. So we know that he videotaped a lot of activities at his home, did he? And it sounds like there was probably a lot of hidden cameras as well. Is that what is being talked about?
Yes, this was actually in his Atlanta home, at a home he had in Atlanta at one point. And it does seem that the person isn't like looking into the video, so it's, to me, doesn't seem like that person knows they're being videotaped.
Insiders close to the celebrity say the situation is extremely upsetting, with one source describing it as a deep betrayal and violation, even bringing up painful memories. Another source revealed that the celebrity is trying to ignore the scandal, just hoping it all fades away. However, lawyer Mitchell Kidd advises a more practical approach, saying that hoping or praying it goes away won't help if they're truly worried about it going public. There's something valuable for sale here, Kidd explained. The only way to control it is to buy it. Reports suggest that the celebrity didn't even know they were being filmed, making the recording potentially illegal and risky for anyone looking to buy it. Some believe Jay-Z might be using this story to shift focus, so if he ever gets caught up in something similar, he could appear as a victim. But complicating matters even more, there's a lawsuit claiming one of Diddy's male celebrity friends was involved in something especially disturbing.
From 2022, a businessman who claims that Combs sexually assaulted him during a Ciroc party back in 2022, a woman who claims she was drugged and raped by Combs at a house party in Manhattan back in 2022, another man who claims he was drugged and repeatedly sexually assaulted by Combs, and others, including an unnamed celebrity, this at an award show after party in LA back in 2022. But the one we want to focus on right now is a very, very disturbing claim. As if all of these aren't disturbing, but this one is especially heinous, because I think the best way to describe this is the very first paragraph of this new lawsuit. It reads, in the complaint, defendant Combs drugged and raped a 13-year-old girl at a house party. Many others were present but did nothing to stop it. Some participated in it. Combs has been allowed for years to conduct himself in this manner without any consequences. He believes he is above the law. He is not. Yeah. Now again, I've said this before, while Combs is currently facing federal criminal charges of racketeering and sex trafficking and transportation to engage in prostitution, none of those criminal charges are related to minors. However, a number of these lawsuits, including from Tony Busby, they focused on the alleged abuse of underage people. And it makes you wonder if Combs will be hit with a superseding indictment. That means when you go back to the grand jury for additional or revised charges, will Combs be hit with a superseding indictment that involves minors?
Exactly. There's another celebrity named in that lawsuit, but you might think it's still a stretch to link it directly to Jay-Z. But here's where it gets shocking. Jaguar Wright has claimed that Jay-Z was involved in trafficking minors.
D-I-D-D-Y-D-E-V-I-L. The devil. He's the devil. And if he ain't the devil, he is the damn short shepherd for him. He wants to be just like him. Let's get Diddy indicted and let's get Jay-Z up next.
Do you believe?
I promise you, whatever trafficking the diddler is being looked at for, Sean Carter aided and abetted or was directly involved. It's about to get real tense, and there's a lot of girls and boys who are still trapped inside the machine, working, paying their flesh debts. There's still a lot of them, and they know things that people ain't gonna be comfortable with them knowing. What people really need to be worried about is getting all of the witnesses to come forward before they disappear.
And here's the twist. The victim in the latest lawsuit against Diddy is reportedly very young.
New allegations against Sean Diddy Combs, and these are some of the most horrific yet. A man says he was just 10 years old when the rapper allegedly drugged and sexually assaulted him during what was supposed to be an audition, sending him back to his parents crying and in pain. The latest lawsuits against the music mogul seem to reinforce previous claims made in both civil and criminal court, and we're going to break down these most recent allegations right now. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse. Monday, Texas attorney Tony Busby's law firm filed 2 new lawsuits in New York State Supreme Court, alleging that music superstar Sean Diddy Combs sexually assaulted 2 underage boys in the early 2000s, and one of them was allegedly just 10 years old at the time. As if these allegations couldn't get worse. Tony Busby and his legal partners, they filed a suit against Combs on behalf of a John Doe who lives in California. The lawsuit states, this case seeks compensatory and punitive damages for the drugging and sexual assault of a 10-year-old boy when he met defendant Sean Combs for an audition. The conduct described herein is shockingly typical of how Combs conducted himself for many years. And look, that is true. Many of the allegations from Combs' accusers say they were drugged and then they were assaulted, that this is a pattern. And of course, we know when it comes to the federal charges, Combs is accused of using drugs to have people engage in those freak-off sessions.
The lawsuit involves a young performer who was allegedly brought to an audition for Diddy, a story that sounds unsettlingly similar to what some say happened between Jay-Z and Rihanna early in her career.
She was an innocent baby when she came over here. And look at her now.
14 going on 15 years old. Flown over without parental supervision in a private plane by a man who was supposed to be a producer who auditioned her at 3 a.m. in the morning in a hotel room. Auditioning at 3 a.m. in the morning, a 14-year-old girl.
With no parental consent.
Nobody. She was flown to another country. She was taken to Def Jam headquarters. She was left in a conference room alone with Sean Carter for nearly 6 hours alone with no parental supervision. Her father was blown up separately. She was 14 and a half, going on 15.
I'll let you draw your own conclusions here. On top of all this, some well-known reporters like Storm Monroe are predicting that Jay-Z and Beyoncé will be at the center of Hollywood's next big scandal. Jason Lee has even spoken out, claiming that people from Jay-Z's team have reached out to him, possibly in an attempt to intimidate him.
He went on that show, on a major international, globally watched broadcast show, saying the things that she's been saying on YouTube. It's just now it hits differently because it's in that mainstream conversation. The things that she was saying were basically alleging that Diddy
Allegedly
is the same person as Jay-Z. That's basically the summary of it. Well, that had a lot of people talking, and I won't lie, I have to be true to myself. I got lots of phone calls from lots of powerful people questioning what I was going to do in response to everything before she even hit the Piers Morgan show, because the whispers of Jay-Z's name have been getting louder and louder and louder. It doesn't necessarily mean that something's there, but they say where there's smoke, there's fire. I don't know. Well, immediately after that segment, the man who never ever speaks out, who we never see, who barely has an Instagram that he's never even active on, the only person that Beyonce follows on Instagram, Jay-Z, took action. Him and Beyonce's attorneys went after Piers, and it wasn't cute, because in a way that we've never seen before, they actually took a stance on something. Now, Piers got the call and was told that he had to fix it, and he deleted that part from the broadcast, and he even said he...
Now this is all alleged, but Storm is here to break it down.
Ever even go to Target for real, who are like, they're Beyonce and Jay-Z. Why would they do that?
Because this is...
Why have I been getting calls?
Because this is like...
Why am I getting calls and I haven't even said anything?
Because this is the monster of all monsters.
Who? Me?
This Diddy case.
Why would I, Jason Lee, I'm getting calls and I haven't even said anything? They ain't called me to go to the Rock Nation brunch. They haven't called me to go to the Gold Party.
To accept being honored.
They haven't called me when we offered to honor Jay-Z at the award show. They didn't call me to go to the press conference about striking the deal with the NFL while we were kneeling for Kaepernick. They didn't call me to ask me what I thought about her hair care product. They didn't call me to offer a free bottle of her perfume. I didn't get to go backstage on her tour for the Renaissance. In fact, when the video circulated making it look like I've been chasing her around like a super fan, which I am a super fan, but I chase nobody. Nobody's called me to clear that up. I haven't gotten a delivery of white flowers with a little card from Beyonce. Why is everybody calling me now?
Oh, and you also stopped.
No, we're not going to even go there. I stopped a major thing for Beyonce. Didn't even get a thank you.
But now everybody's
So why is everybody calling me?
Storm reminds viewers that not long ago, Jason Lee hinted he had some damaging information on Jay-Z, information that could also impact Beyoncé by association.
Sean Carter is just as bad as the diddler. And I know that for a fact. I got the scars to prove it. Want to know what a box cutter feels like going into your skin and ripping you? I can tell you how it feels. Y'all ain't seen shit yet. That Cassie shit, that's nothing.
So are you trying to say like Jay-Z put hands on you?
I'm saying Sean Carter remembers everything he did to me and he's got it on tape. Just like Diddy. It's gonna be the women that get him in the end.
What do you think? Let us know in the comments below.